Billo here, still in the dog park, talking about depression. So from a layman's point of view, here's what I think. Depression is caused by two things. External, that is constant chronic pain, physical pain, or internal, which is thoughts that we have that are causing us to generate pain. So let's talk about internally generated pain. This is the kind of depression that most people have, and usually what we find is that depression is caused by fear, and the body's producing neurotransmitters and other biochemicals that are trying to trigger us to fight or flee. These neurotransmitters and other similar chemicals, such as serotonin, are very, very taxing on the body to produce, and we produce them over and over again if we cannot escape from the situation that is causing us to want to run or fight. This is a natural reaction, but the problem is if we get stuck, eventually we drop into depression because we just, we cannot run or fight our way out of it. So what was an evolutionary help for us becomes a hindrance in the modern world. So what would cause us to be afraid? The most common things that cause us to be afraid are fears about money or our health. Also, chronic memories that keep popping up that make us afraid. I won't deal with post-traumatic stress syndrome, but something similar but milder is a very common neurotic behavior people have of anxiety. It's very common. So anyway, so how do we deal with depression? We can medicate in healthy and unhealthy ways. Exercise of some types, swimming, long distance running, will produce endorphins, and weightlifting may produce similar things, and also human growth hormone. We can, by exercise, we can self-meditate. And one thing we'll notice about this is that when we do produce endorphins through exercise, we have more energy, not less, which is kind of strange when you think about it. Like, why would running or swimming give you more energy? Well, the answer is because we're blocking the signals that are causing us pain. Our body's no longer producing the serotonin and other neurotransmitters that are so toxic and taxing on our body. We have actually more physical energy because we're not wasting it. So we can also use external drugs such as cannabis and opiates. There's a real cost, especially in the more serious and illegal drugs. Extreme addiction, tolerance, illegality. Anyway, so there's another way we can deal with this situation, which is to change what we think. Now, you can't change what you think once you think it, but you can learn how to change your habits of thinking. So one way to do this is to practice thinking about things that make you feel good. So think about the people you love, think about your dog, think about things that bring you pleasure. And sorry, I'm distracted by these dogs. So anyway, also we can practice taking the thoughts that we have and trying to learn something from them, trying to find empathy, or trying to find a different way to look at it. So the next time it happens, maybe we won't have the same impact. For example, somebody cuts you off in traffic, you get mad, but maybe what you could do the next time is think about, I don't know what this person is suffering from, and I'm happy he didn't hit me. And I learned, maybe I shouldn't drive this way to work tomorrow, because safer route. But let's talk about a more profound way of changing what you think. And I may cover this in another video. There are actually people suffer from anxiety. It's my theory that they suffer episodes in their life of fear. Something happens, makes them afraid. Maybe their boss yelled at them, or maybe something happened. So these incidents are stored as memories, and they can be triggered by a thought or seeing something. And when they're triggered, we actually can feel again that sensation of fear and produce neurotransmitters to try and escape, even though there's nothing there but our own memory. In fact, thinking itself, I believe, is just a series of sensory impressions, that we store memories the same way we sense the world. We see them, we feel them, we smell them. And so when we think, so to speak, even something complex and abstract, we're actually drawing up pictures and patterns and from our memory. The first time we saw a picture of an aardvark in a book, what do we feel that moment when we had that book? Happy, sad, afraid? So we go through this emotional state as we think, which explains why it is that we randomly feel good or bad as we think about things. We're actually reliving those memories one after the other very fast. And it turns out, in my opinion, that evolution is going to store especially high priority those memories where we felt afraid, because that's how we survived. And so, unfortunately, people that have enough unpleasant experiences in life may start to have them presented by their mind more and more often. And so they become anxious. They don't know why. I think that's why. So what do? What you do is when you grab some of these memories, you restore them as jokes. This is from an NLP thing. You just simply run the memory through your mind fast, then backwards, fast, then faster and faster, forward and back. You turn the characters in the memory into cartoons. You add colors. You make them like floating off the ground. They jump, they sing, they dance. You play crazy music. They float off in the air, all kinds of crazy stuff, and you start laughing. And once you start laughing, this memory will never have the same power for you. It will, when you think about it, you'll probably just start laughing. Of course, socially, it's difficult to be laughing by yourself in public, so use discretion. But this is a way to change memories. So change the meaning of these memories so they no longer create anxiety, and it's correlate, which is depression that comes from the constant pain. The last thing to do, of course, is to change the external environment, to actually do something. And I'll talk about that later. What do you do to improve your financial situation? But that's it for the moment about depression. Good luck. Bye.